No, I'm good. Now we're on to the good stuff.
Metal.
Just speaking of parabolic moves.
I was thinking of getting some gold teeth. Do you guys think I would look good with gold teeth? I'm gonna get a nice rack, and I'm gonna do like one with a little, like a moon, a little sun.
And sit out on your 40-acre lot, smoking a stogie.
You guys don't think that's my style?
I don't think it'll match glasses that you were wearing last.
Well, I have those around here somewhere, but I can't find them because I don't have my glasses on to find them. All right, so this is a chart that we showed in December. Last year gold, we said, does gold start 2026 with a breakout? Because it had just done this kind of consolidative move for a few weeks. And we also had shown silver, right? So we had shown that prior, like while gold was going sideways, silver exploded. So it was like, okay, is silver leading? And we got our answer. The answer was yes. Because now here's an updated chart of gold. We got the anticipated breakout. It's trying to catch up to silver. So now where does it go? So, target one is 5,000. That's not a real scientific target. Markets like round numbers. So that's the first target. It's not great. But for us, I'm going to watch how gold comes into 5,000 and more so around 5,300, 5,400-ish. I want to see if it starts to get tired or does it just spike in there. So that's the second target that I'm going to watch, that if we get to, I'm going to start to look at, do we take some profits? Do we let it keep running? From a risk management standpoint, if you got a lot of profits like us and you don't want to give them back, the level to watch is kind of this flat spot right here, which is 4,500. I think if you break here, then you're going down to these moving averages and you're probably moving sideways. So reducing, taking some profits on a break of that, even if this becomes a sideways move with upward later, you'll probably have enough time to reposition and maybe, it would be kind of like, for me, it'd be a risk management move. I take some profits and hoping that I'm taking profits. And if it did crater down to 3,000, I'd look like a hero. But if it ends up just trading sideways for a while, I can always put the position back on. And all I did was adjust. And if it's in my IRA, it doesn't cost me a penny. If it's in my non-IRA, I got to think about the taxes, right? So, always the trade-off with making money. Do you keep your profits and give them back to the market, or do you keep your profits and give some to Uncle Sam? It's pretty much just a math question at that point. So that's what I'm seeing in gold. Guys, what do you guys think? It's been a crazy move.
I just love that all the metals bros are sticking it to all the crypto bros right now.
I know. All the crypto guys in the last couple of years are like, oh yeah, look at us, woo! And now all of us with gold are coming out with our canes and our walkers, going, "Hey, I told you, Sonny, tortoise in the hair."
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I love tortoise in the hair. I tell my grandkids that story all the time, and they think it's ridiculous. So did I when I was their age, but it turned out to be true. Just like building your house on rock, not sand. 3 little piggies, right? All right, so the trend is our friend. Don't be signs of exhaustion. We'll find them out. We'll tell you. One of my early tells, I'm going to watch how the miners usually give you the early tell. Like if you wake up one morning and you see silver's down 4%, look at what's going on with the silver miners. We had that happen last week. We came in one day, silver was down 4.5%, and I looked at the miners and they were down 1.5%. Well, that told me, don't stress, because normally the stocks around the companies have bigger moves. So sometimes watching miners and getting the behavior of how they operate can tell you when a top or bottom is happening. If I were new to metals, I wouldn't be starting a position here. You're getting in at the deep end with a storm. So, I wouldn't get into new positions, because most of us that have been around for a while and that are experts are really looking to exit, not enter. So if you're not in it, sorry, you missed it, but there'll be another opportunity. Use this one as a learning experience, not with your time and energy, not your money. And then the last thing we're going to talk about next is the dollar, because I do think that the next move in the dollar is going to, help tell us what goes on in metals as well. So, Justin, Patrick, you guys get any questions now about metals, or do you just get people telling you, "Hey, I'm happy"? I mean, we have a couple clients that when I looked at their, allocations and they had higher weightings in our long metals portfolio, it was just like I was blown away about, what's happened there in a good way.
I've had a couple get a little. They think that it's going to the moon. They're getting in a little overzealous that it's just going to keep going on forever. So
Yeah.
pulling them back a little bit is probably the harder conversation that I've had with a few.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, even me. I mean, I'm like, I don't want to sell too soon. It's really, really hard to know because there's so much rhetoric now. I mean, there's just and everybody's, talking to their friend and telling them, "Oh my God, you got to be in this." And it's this is the old adage that when everybody's talking about it, you're closer to a top than a bottom.
Yeah.
We got so much crap from clients in 2023 when we were buying gold and silver. And now those same people are like, "I'm so happy." But that's why we do what we do. Justin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had anybody that's, one way or the other. I mean, they're more happy than anything. They're not coming to me saying, buy more, buy more. I think probably the biggest question is, I don't know if people, and even if any of us really fully understand exactly why, silver is just, continuing to run and run and run and run.
No clue.
Minus some of the things we talked about in the very beginning. I know that there was a good chunk of people, hedge funds, institutions, shorting silver as it started making its early moves. They got squeezed, so it popped it even higher. And then they had to, they were trying to do it again. But, just this, continuous, move and move and move. And I know you and I've gone back and forth because we're now seeing those articles of, is it going to, 150, 500,
Yeah, I see these crazy numbers. Yeah, 500.
yeah,
400, yeah.
and again, if you're hearing everybody talking about it, it's probably closer to a top than it is a bottom.
Yeah, it's a psyop.
And you just, like
Yeah,
you're saying, you just got to watch it, because I mean, I'm with you. I don't want to, there's those levels like we mentioned, don't want to give too much back, but also, if the wave continues, you want to keep riding it.
yeah. I'll end this subject matter on this. The one thing I learned that I thought was very interesting is that the one thing I learned in this is that most of the silver that's out there is a byproduct from mining other metals. That I didn't know until we started getting into this narrative. Is that because I knew there were silver miners, but there's not many, and they don't operate that well. Pretty poorly run businesses, and at the end of the day, most of the silver that's out there is from mining gold and copper and other things. So that's interesting. I didn't realize what a shortage there was. And then when you think about from a materials of the electrification of everything, you obviously need copper and you need silver. But then it even goes into medical devices. So Patrick, I got a continuous glucose monitor because I thought to myself, you know what, I got the diabetes gene. I want to pay attention. So I put that thing on for a week, and you tell me if this has happened to you. I put that thing on for a week, and then I took it off because it failed before the 14 days, probably because I went surfing. And and then when I took the thing out, so when it goes into you, the needle, it's like the needle's firm, right? And then when you take it out, that needle's kind of flimsy. It's like almost like just a filament of, And so I thought to myself, man, that thing's been melting in my skin. So then I go, what is it? And it's stainless steel, gold, silver, right? And even to this day, I have this like little. It's been a couple of days, but I still got this knot from where it went into, and I'm like, yeah, that's wonderful. And it itches like I have an allergy there, like a bee sting. Is that what happens to you with yours?
Yep. Yeah. All of that happens to me every single time, and I have to keep wearing them. I can't wear them just for a week. It's so I have to move them around my body. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I just build welts everywhere.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, so God bless you. Jeez, I did it for a week. And I learned a lot about my blood sugar. Then I was like, this thing, man, this thing sucks. Like they got to come up with a better way. I
Yeah.
mean,
How much
gee
did you
whiz.
really learn from? Did you get any good data?
Yeah, you know what?
haven't
I
talked
learned
about the data.
I learned don't drink vodka before your meal. Drink it after, right? Because your body will metabolize the alcohol first before the food. So if you don't want your blood sugar to spike and you like to have a drink, then eat. I guess this is why people our age go to dinner at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 4, right? Because if you want to drink at 6, you got to eat at 4. If you don't want it to affect your blood sugar. So yeah, I learned sequence matters. The other thing I didn't realize is when you start to exercise, your blood sugar spikes up. Like so when I go for my runs in the morning, it would spike up in the morning, but that doesn't count against you because there's a reason for that. Your body's trying to get the blood sugar going for the exercise. So yeah, I learned a few things, Justin. I know you're getting cynical, you little teasing me.
What you eat?
Now you know what? You know what else? Sex, Justin. Something you should probably try sometime. I actually raised it too.
All right, back to the dollar.